What's up, YouTube? This is your boy, Akira. Akira です。昨日ちょっと飲みすぎて、今は二日酔い。頑張ります。I drank a little bit yesterday, so a little bit of a hangover. But I'm here to do another video for you guys, so stay put. So today's lesson or episode is just going to be about the basic rules for learning English, okay? There's basic rules, and you need to know them. It's very, very important to know these rules because a lot of students make the mistake of getting too far ahead of themselves when it comes to attempting to talk or attempting to learn English or any language for that matter. So I'm going to give you a few rules, and I've actually written them down, so I'm going to read off of this, but yeah, there's 5 rules, okay, that I've created just based on my experience and based on teaching a few of my students in the past. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Rule number 1, always carry a notepad, okay? I know a lot of you love to be on your phone. 携帯好きなんでしょう。だから携帯あんまり使わないでください。Alright? So that's rule number 1. Don't use your phone a lot. Take a memo, take a notepad, and always write down whatever you come across. Any word that you come across that's new to you, or something that you haven't, heard about. If it's a concept, anything, a phrase, write it down on your notepad with a pen, because when you write it down, you remember it better. If you put it on your phone, it's very easy to forget because you're used to texting. Everybody texts on their phone, and you want to try to avoid that. It's a little bit old school, but it's very useful. Okay, so that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, repeat the words that you're not sure about 10 times, okay, in your head. Don't say it out loud. Because if you say it out loud, you sound. Can you imagine just sitting on the subway and going, pencil, pencil, pencil? That's just gonna get you some pretty weird looks on the subway. Okay, so try to avoid saying it out loud, but say it in your head. Okay, so any new word, you want to make sure that you say it in your head about 10 times before you can try to say it out loud, okay? And if it's something that it's hard to pronounce, again, write it down and attempt in your head to say the word before you can attempt to say it out loud, okay? And if it's wrong, it's wrong. It doesn't matter. People are there to correct you, okay? Someone who you're talking to is bound to correct you, and there's no shame in being corrected, okay? Once again, I'm going to say it very slowly. There is no shame in being corrected, okay? What that means is, if someone corrects you, it's okay. 大丈夫. Okay? So when you speak a word, when you say a word, and if it sounds wrong, that's okay. All right? English is a very complicated language. People know that. I know that, right? It's not easy. I make mistakes too. And I have a very good friend. He's probably watching this right now. I'm not going to say who he is. But when I make a mistake, he doesn't hesitate to correct me. And I have no shame in that because I know I probably heard a different way of saying it in the past, and it doesn't really matter. It's a language, okay? We're not computers that are perfect in our heads, so it's okay. 間違いは大丈夫です. Okay? Rule number 3. It is better to speak slowly and clearly rather than speaking fast. Okay? This is because words can sometimes be very unclear if spoken very fast, and it makes communication very difficult. Okay? Can you imagine talking to somebody like this? Hey, what's your name? My name is Akil. I'm here. How's it going? We're gonna go party and go drinking. And you don't understand that. Like it sounds like an alien language. I mean, all languages are kind of alien, but you get what I'm saying, right? So speak clearly. Okay, very important. Speak slowly, clearly. Say the words properly. You want to make sure that you can communicate with the other person. Okay? Communication は大事なんですよ。Rule number 4. 4つ。Listen, listen, listen. 聞く。聞いて。Alright? So listening is probably the most important skill for learning any language. Okay? Because the way I see it as a teacher, listening and reading are your receptive skills. Okay? These are the skills that receive the language. Okay? Your brain and your ears are receiving the language to go to your brain, and then it lets you speak. Okay? So listening and reading is also a receiving skill. So you receive information with your eyes, goes to your brain, and then you can speak or write. So listening and reading are the receiving skills or the receptive skills. And speaking and writing are your productive skills. Okay, so these are the skills that produce the language. All right, so very important. Listening is number 1, because when you listen, you know what it sounds like, right? Which is the most important thing. Because if you just read it, you don't know what it sounds like, so you might make a mistake when you say something, right? So, once again, listening is the most important skill to begin with. All the skills are important, but you start with listening, okay? Number 5, the last one. 最後です。Don't worry about grammar too much. I know. Everybody's like, what? But no, don't worry. Grammar is important, okay? Don't get me wrong. 勘違いしないでください. Grammar is also 大事. But, pay attention. It is only necessary to learn the basic level grammar when you're starting to learn English, okay? Basic level grammar. What do I mean by that? Basic prepositions, in, on, at, basic conjugation, and, then. So stick to basic grammar. It's important to know that because it's useful when you talk, right? You want to communicate. But don't worry too much about advanced grammar, okay? Advanced grammar is only necessary when you're doing exams or you're writing a paper, an essay, giving a speech, or talking to your boss or your coworker. That's when it's necessary to learn the advanced level grammar, okay? So that's if you're planning to become a professional in whatever job that you're in right now, then it's important to learn the advanced level grammar. But for now, since you're all ESL students and you're just looking to talk English, you just want to make new friends, party, go out and meet new people, meet your kareshi or kanojo, right? So for those sort of situations, you don't really need high-level grammar. You just need basic stuff, okay? And yeah, just don't stress about it. Stress is bad for your health. Stress wa dame desu yo. Okay? So, with that being said, this is your boy, Akira, signing off. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and give this video a thumbs up. Alright? See you! Yoroshiku.